please explain the EFF and its policies?
EFF is a radical left, anti-capitalist, anti-imperialist movement. Our struggle is formed by the struggle against colonialism. We as the EFF have taken the stance that in this country we need to share in the country's minerals. We are saying as the EFF want to nationalize the mines, want to nationalize the banks and other strategic sectors. EFF in the Western Cape is going to nationalize the fishing industry so that we are able to take the fishing rights and give it back to the community. EFF is saying that we are going to expropriate the land without compensation. The reason we want to do that is because the distribution of land in South Africa is very, very unequal. We only have 50,000 farmers, white farmers that are controlling the land in South Africa. And we want to dispel the notion that is going around saying that EFF does not want white people. That is saying EFF is going to throw white people out of this country. It's a complete lie. We as EFF are saying that this land belongs to all of us and is big enough for all of us. But we must not be greedy. We must be able to share this land of ours. Everyone must be entitled to have their own piece of land. But we are saying as EFF, we do not want foreign land ownership. We are saying as EFF because when you go to Europe, Britain, you will not be able to own land as a South African. You can go there and be a billionaire. You will not own so much hectares as these British are owning in South Africa. Furthermore, we as EFF are saying that we want free quality education, healthcare, sanitation as well as housing. In terms of education, we are saying the education system in South Africa needs to be radically changed. We need to make our education system to be more practical. We are also saying that the education will be free from primary school up until your first degree. Furthermore, we as EFF are saying that we want to industrialize the economy because we're seeing that is the only way that is going to make sure that we deal with the crisis of unemployment. We are saying each and every community must have its own industry, and that industry must be owned by the community that is residing in that vicinity. Furthermore, we as EFF are saying that we want an accountable government, we want a corrupt-free government, we want an open government. We want a government that does not intimidate its citizens through forces, through police and the soldiers. We are saying that every citizen must have the right to participate, must have the right to engage in protests and so forth. It must not be when someone is engaged in a protest action, then the police come and intimidate, they come and arrest, they come and shoot. EFF is saying that under our government, that will not happen. We are further saying as EFF that there are some people who are asking about the Zimbabwe situation and what will happen to our economy when we are implementing these policies of EFF. We are saying that we want to trade with the rest of the African countries as EFF because the raw materials in these Europeans that are getting, all of them are getting from Africa. We are saying as Africans we must be able to produce our own raw materials and export them as finished products. This will ensure that Africa once again we deal with the issue of poverty, we deal swiftly with the issue of economic development.
What is the EFF's plan to grow and nurture South Africa's economy?
As I've just alluded, we want to nationalize the mines. And most importantly, we want to nationalize the banks. EFF is saying that we are going to nationalize the Reserve Bank. The reason we are saying that is because we want to change the structure of the economy. Currently what is happening is that the South African economy is a credit-driven economy. Everything that we are getting, as the majority of South Africans, we are getting it on debt. We as EFF, we want to change that economic system. That is why we are saying we want to nationalize the Reserve Bank, because it is the Reserve Bank that is controlling the interest rates in this economy. It is the Reserve Bank that is controlling the money supply in this economy. So we are going to nationalize the Reserve Bank. Further to that, we are going to establish our own bank as the economic freedom fighters, our own state bank. In that state bank, we'll be able to grant funding to entrepreneurs. We'll be able to grant funding and also subsidies to vehicles, to houses and so forth. What we want as EFF is that all of us must be entrepreneurs. All of us must be rich in this country. That is economic freedom that all of us must experience. It must not belong to a certain section of the country, and others are living in dark poverty. So we are saying that in terms of economic development, all of us must be able to participate and benefit from economic freedom.
What do you think the single greatest problem facing South Africans today is?
Our problem is the reliance too much on media. Our problem is the reliance too much on media, because media is propaganda. We as the youth primarily, we are ignorant. The youth of this country and its citizens, they are lazy to read. And it's a culture that we want to change as EFF. All of us must be able to participate meaningfully in dialogue. We must be able to engage and tap into other people's cultures. We must read in this country so that we do not get misled easily. You'll find that there are organizations that are genuine about the interest of the people, that are genuine about changing the lives of the people, like the economic freedom fighters. But the media, with this propaganda, it will come and distort the whole agenda. And if citizens are not astute, if they are not reading, then we will have a problem. So that is what I think we will need to change.
What is the party's view on charges brought against Julius Malema?
Well, we held a very strong view that those charges are politically motivated, because if you start to notice, when did these charges begin to take place, when did Julius Malema start being attacked, you will see it started exactly in 2009, when Julius Malema was starting the concept of saying economic freedom in our lifetime. When he was saying that we need to implement the Freedom Charter, that is when this problem started. And that is when even the issues between him and Jacob Zuma started. Because in the ANC, they thought that Jacob Zuma was the champion of the poor. Now, when he entered the office, he was reminded once again that because you are the champion of the poor, you must be able to implement radical policies that are going to transform the lives of the poor. He started having problems. And that is when he started dealing with Julius Malema. So we as EFF are saying that even the court of law, this case against Julius Malema started a long time ago, but still today there is no valid evidence. In each and every court case, that issue has been postponed. So it's very, very clear. Julius Malema has went to court, he has tested his innocence. Even the public protector did say that Julius Malema is innocent. So we're saying these are very politically motivated. They're trying to distort the agenda for economic freedom in our lifetime.
If the EFF will nationalize mines in the banking sector, many current government parastatals and state-owned companies are running at a loss. Will the economic freedom fighters continue to own and run a mine that is non-profitable?
What we need to understand with this current regime is that it is a capitalist regime. It is a greedy regime. We as EFF want to usher in socialism. We want to usher in a regime that will be able to respond to the needs of its people. That includes all the state parastatals. We are going to transform all of them, because in these institutions of the state, what is happening there is very high levels of corruption, and that is because people are greedy. So we as EFF have taken a very strong stance against corruption. We have said as EFF we are going to deal swiftly with corruption. We want public servants, even those who are deployed in parastatals, if they are found guilty of corruption, they must be sentenced to a minimum of 20 years in prison. We are going to make sure that we revive the entire industry. We are going to make sure that even the mines that we are going to nationalize, they are going to be efficiently operated. In Norway today, Norway has nationalized its mines. Norway has nationalized its industries. And Norway is a very successful country today as we speak. Even in Australia, they have nationalized. So there are very, very good models that we follow as EFF. And we are confident that we are going to implement our nationalization policies very successfully.
If the EFF could send one message to the people of South Africa, what would it be?
It would be saying that you must vote for EFF. because EFF is the only party that is going to accommodate all South Africans. It is the only party that is going to end the high levels of crime in this country. It is the only party that is going to liberate all of us in this country. It is the only party that does not lie. As EFF, we speak the truth always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Salute.